Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Astronomy Arcade. My mic is so loud, so sorry. Every time there's something wrong. My name is Victoria, but you can call me Vicky, but today you can call me Kai because it's D&D and Space Night. Yeah, today is Tuesday, which means that we are going to rejoin our gang of intrepid space explorers and get up to some more chaos. And we have our Sweet Bean Forest here with us as well.
Yes.
And
Wonder.
I'm just gonna and I'll just pass it over to our lovely Game Master Grant to update y'all on everything that happened in what he promised us was going to be a beach episode, and definitely wasn't. And I'm still a little bitter about it.
And if we weren't still in the first minute or so, I would have some choice words for you.
Oh, yes. I'm waiting until we're good, we're through the first couple of minutes on YouTube, and then we can curse as much as we want, and there will be a lot.
Okay. Well, hi everybody. I'm your DM, probably for not much longer once everybody gets their hands on me, but I am the bringer of pain, wielder of power, summoner of possessed ex-girlfriends, and general tormentor of our wonderful cast of characters. Last time on Spaceball Z, we ended up getting quite a bit of information from Paladin Ekin, who is he always wanted to be a professor, and he finally found a new audience, and he is delighted by that fact. You also met Matriarch Imwen, who is absolutely wonderful, and also the mother of your dear friend Amryn. And Rima showed up to cause havoc.
Yes.
As she is wont to do.
Yes.
So that being said, that's about as good a recap as I can get in. Why don't we go around and have everybody introduce their characters and I guess introduce their mental state at this moment.
Okay. Well, as I said in the intro, my name is Vicky and I play Kai. She is the heirloom human pilot of the team. She is also the captain of Team Dawn's Horizon. At the moment, she's not doing well. The last few minutes of the last stream, she got her arm dislocated and then, by said, demon ex-girlfriend. That's not like a fun little... There's a demon inside my ex-girlfriend. It's fine. And the arm has been returned to the correct place, but I don't think I'm doing well. Ari?
Hi, I'm Amanda. I play Ari, the psionic warrior group, elf of the group, and I have a related entity / demon to Rima in my head.
They're cousins.
I am upset because I couldn't move last week. I couldn't do shit. And just watched all of this happen to my friends. Yeah, and this is my best friend, Brick, speaking of friends.
I'm Brick. I don't really know what's going on.
You did shoot.
No, Brick wanted to kill things, and now he can't. Well, he kind of did. Yep.
Brick took a shot. Maybe he might not have. He just probably shouldn't have.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Nope, definitely. I would do it again.
Anyway.
And I'm Leaf. I'm the other elf of the group, psionic adept hacker at your service. Also a handler to Wonder, the space weasel, and a growing menagerie of other space critters, including Buddy and Chomper, the two lizard critters, one of which seems to have adopted Airy. Also companion and occasional lackey to Bessie, our sentient AI friend. A occasional non-lethal sniper, by which I mean I occasionally shoot Kai with stim darts. Blossoming war criminal, group therapist, and budding eco-terrorist.
The blossoming was new.
Kill it every time.
And as I believe I was saying last time when we left off, there's some good news and some bad news.
Is that what you ended with?
That was where we
Oh,
ended the episode.
Did you open the door? Was that you talking to the person that's at the door? Because somebody knocked on the door.
Yes,
I yelled it, and they asked what was going on.
Oh, and you
I
said
yelled
there's-
it through the closed door.
Gotcha. Okay, so I suppose we'll get started.
Okay.
back up. With
Well,
some music. Paint us
unless
a
anyone
paint
else-
us a word picture, Grant. Remind us where we were last time.
Okay. Well, at the far end of the hall, there is Carta. Her particle pulse caster still smoking after taking a shot at the double of Rima, a shot that bled through and kind of hit Rick as well.
Right.
Next over is, I believe, Ari, who's maybe frozen in shock, no longer being held psionically. Kind of on the floor at the moment is Kai, still recovering from having her shoulder put back in place. And right next to her is Zen, who is the one who did that, putting it back in place. Kind of peeking out of the doorway where she's sharing with Kim is Satsi, looking very nervous, but also glancing back at someone you cannot see, presumably Kim, who is potentially catatonic at this point.
I really, really hope it's Kim.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's not Kim, we have a problem. Don't
Nope.
don't
No.
Anyway.
give us that face. We have enough to deal with.
Next is Brick, kind of standing at the end of the hallway in the main area, maybe smoking a little bit from taking the shot from the pulse caster.
Oh,
Also still hammer in hand, and maybe a little confused that this possessed person just disappeared into nothingness after you were beating the shit out of them. And then there's
I don't know. I feel like that happens a lot to things that Brick beats the shit out of.
True.
And then there's Leaf, who is presumably close to the door of this lovely, adorable, cozy little building that the Trakens gave you. That is
Riddled with bullet holes now.
not quite.
Well, none of them hit the
But-
wall, I guess. Yeah.
None of them hit the wall, but there was definitely a lot of noise going on.
Yeah.
So there's no extra knock on the door, but after hearing what Leaf says, Ekin, whose voice you guys do recognize on the other side of the door, says, "Okay, good news and bad news. I assume the bad news has something to do with the pulse caster shot we heard throughout the entire enclave."
No, that was the good news, actually. I mean, I guess they're related.
Do you mind opening the door and having this conversation face to face?
I just reach out with my mind and just turn the knob and open the door.
Okay. Ekin takes a step in and kind of observes what he can observe. He can't see down the hallway from where he is, and says, "Is everyone all right?"
Everyone all right?
Everyone's fine. Ekin, can we talk to you later?
He thinks for a second and then says, "Very well. I will speak to the other paladins and get a size shield projected over the enclave for the time being."
Please do. 10-second summary. Turns out that whatever's possessing Rima can project an image that can hit things in here. So that sounds like a great idea. The good news is that the pulse caster seems to disrupt the image.
Good to know. All right. Let us know if you need anything. And he leaves you to it.
Okay. As Kai is, I'm assuming, very gingerly holding onto her arm.
If she lets him, Zen will start trying to put it in a sling.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay. That's what he's working on.
As he does, I kind of peek around him at Carta, who still has a smoking weapon. And I go, "What the fuck was that? What happened to non-lethal? Also, you hit Brick," and I turned to Brick and I'm like, "Are you good?"
I'm good.
Okay. Also, what the fuck were you doing?
What?
What happened to non-lethal? This is Rima.
I wouldn't have killed her.
You.
I walked out into a fight. Forgive me for trying to defend myself and everyone here.
It wasn't a fight until you fucking shot the thing.
The evidence of my eyes said differently. And my ears. Was that scream one of pure joy for seeing someone, or was that scream what I thought it was, which was one of pain?
Guys, I know Aries steps in between everybody's like, I know that things are super tense right now, and a lot of feelings are happening, but this is not going to get us anywhere. Kai, you need to rest.
I'm fine.
Everyone else, we just need to rest and gather our bearings. We'll figure it out, but yelling at each other is not going to do anything right now.
Well, apparently yelling is the only way that I'm gonna get my fucking message through to anybody. I don't know how many times I have to tell you, Carta, I'm the captain of this team. Sometimes I tell you to do something, and I don't know. If you're working with us, there's a point where you have to listen to us.
She snaps the weapons breech shut without loading it, and turns back to the door and says, "Feel free to yell at me if I actually kill her," and then closes the door behind her.
Hey, Bill Nash, how you doing? Showing the chain of command, the chain you beat the crew with when they don't follow commands. Amazing. That's hilarious. I can't. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Thanks for stopping in, Bill Nash. That was incredible timing.
Yeah.
Wow. Impeccable, beautiful. Also, thank you for resubscribing. On that note, Kai has nothing to say. She wouldn't have... She wasn't going to kill me. I just...
We don't know that. The demon might, and Rima probably wouldn't, but...
Zen finishes tying up the sling.
Okay.
And whether you like it or not, helps you to your feet.
Okay.
And says, "We can all talk about this in the morning. The Trakens are erecting a shield of some kind. We have time." And he glances at Brick and then glances at Kai and says, "And at least two of us could do with some rest in order to recover."
Oh.
We'll take care of you, buddy.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All right, well. Good night,
Justin.
everyone, I guess. And Kai walks to the room and I guess doesn't close the door, because she's also sharing the room with Zen, but mostly closes the door.
Leaf, would it be a bad time to teach me how to meditate now? Because I think I kind of need it.
I can't think of anything more productive we could be doing.
Okay, thanks.
Why not?
Are you okay, bud? Do you need anything?
Oh, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm fine.
All right, just lay down, get some rest. Don't overdo it.
Uh-huh.
You can meditate with us, you know. It just won't do the same things.
I mean, it might.
Yeah. Have you ever tried meditating?
No.
Well, you should.
It's really easy, Brick. You
Alright.
just clear your mind.
Done.
See, you're a natural.
Just go lay down, Bird.
Okay.
Before you go too far, Zen does stop you and just, in a lowered voice, says, "How confident are you that you could have controlled her? Physically." You, yes. Yes. Because that did not look easy.
No. I mean,
Okay, Grant, tell me that.
Yes.
Comparative to
Bonsoir, dark dude. I got the impression that he is much easier to fend me off than that thing was. Is that accurate? Because I didn't roll great, so either they rolled really, really shitty, or
you also used unbalanced opponent.
I did, which he nullifies, but they don't. Is that correct?
This, at least the shadow didn't. The image didn't.
The projection of it, yeah. Because
Yeah.
you weren't fighting the actual thing,
Right.
so.
And also, they did roll pretty crappy.
It's a little bit of table talk for you right there.
My dice betray me on a regular basis.
Good, you betray us on a regular basis.
Exactly,
About
I was
time
gonna
something
say.
happens to you.
Grant, the bill comes due.
Don't quote Marvel to me. Okay, fine.
Ooh, oh boy.
I think I could, if absolutely necessary.
Well, here's hoping we can even the playing field by you being in power armor next time.
Yep,
Get some rest, buddy. Good
power
job.
armor. Definitely my thought.
What?
Were you going and writing that down? Is that what that was?
What? Oh, drugs.
Oh! Right.
Zen just... If the two of you are still there, you just catch Zen facepalm and shake his head and say, "That's not what I meant, and you know it."
What?
And then he just takes up a space in the hallway and just kind of keeps watch. And I don't know if anyone's watching, they can roll a sense motive to try and figure out where he's sitting right now.
Where who's sitting? Brick?
No,
Zen.
where Zen is right
I
now.
would love for
what he's
Brick
trying to
do
figure
that
out.
for me. Thank you.
16.
For me, Vicky.
What are you rolling?
I didn't roll great.
16 is still pretty good, though.
Eh.
He's definitely hesitating walking into that room. Probably because he's trying to gather his thoughts about something.
Oh, Ari, meditation.
Yeah, let's go, please.
Want some meditation?
Anywhere but here. What? Oh,
Anyway,
It's gonna feel so wrong with what just happened.
well, I don't. Yeah, Ari's area. Apparently, I need to learn how to do that, so it'll be a learning experience.
okay. Buddy has been moved into the room that Brick and Ari were sharing. And is currently all curled up on Ari's bed. Brick, when you walk in, they do not notice when you walk in. If lizards can snore, they are snoring.
Look, sounds just like Ari. No,
A big enough lizard could theoretically snore.
They're definitely snoring. And I will say, because you are fairly observant, you're also aware that one of the, unless Kai wants to interject, one of the few sounds that seems to be in the building right now are just quiet, incoherent sounds coming from the room that Satsi and Kim were sharing.
But yeah, Kai's not saying. Kai's. Well, I'm sure we'll get to that later. She's not talking to anybody. So, are we gonna learn how you meditate?
Is Satsi there with Kim, or is Satsi with us?
As far as you're aware, Satsi poked her head out
Okay,
and then redirected her attention.
gotcha. Well, I mean, if Kim is making incoherent noises alone in the room, that's considerably more concerning than if Satsi's with her.
Yeah.
All right. We can, if you would like to, actually play this out. Or we can just say that I teach Ari how to meditate.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything special that goes into meditating.
I mean, lots of things, but nothing specific that, like, is different probably for, like...
It probably doesn't make good radio.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
It's like,
Just
now take a
being
deep
quiet.
breath in.
Focus
I don't know
on
what
your
kind of music
inner
you guys listen to
potential.
on Spotify. Mine's nothing but fan noise.
So before we start our meditation practice, I just have to ask you one thing. You don't have any like trauma in your past, right?
Oh, I don't think I'm allowed to do this activity.
As this is
But you are my
happening,
therapist too, right? No, I'm just kidding. And my friends, let's do this. No, I'm joking. That's a lot of unpacking.
well, as this conversation is potentially happening, all of you would be aware of just a deep hum permeating the entire enclave, and those of you who can see outside see a translucent blue shield rise from the walls and come to meet at the center of the enclave, and it stays there.
Sorry.
And as you
Wonder has things to say.
many things. And as you glance around, you notice that there are dozens of Trakens around the walls channeling this power, and after a few moments, they lower their hands and go back to their dwellings.
Brick would like to do something before Ari gets back to the room.
Okay.
What?
He's just gonna think
Okay.
to himself.
Oh. Brick has a being in his head too.
Oh,
Is that what you
sure.
Yeah.
Get it.
Okay.
I don't really know how this works, but like, I don't know. Can you just like hear me all the fucking time? Like, what's going on with this? Or like,
Oh, hello, Brick.
oh shit, it worked. Oh no.
To answer your question, not all the time.
Oh,
On this planet specifically, let's just say you're in range.
what?
You'll understand more in a few days, I promise. Or at least, as much as I can help you understand, you will understand.
Okay, so just can you clear one thing up with me? Just a little bit, just maybe just a little bit.
Of course.
What is your opinion of the thing that is currently puppeting Rima?
Oh, you mean those over-enthusiastic, over-dramatic shadow bastards who just decide to cause trouble wherever they go and end up being so unentertaining because they take things so seriously? You mean those people?
Yeah, I guess that's a way to put it.
Well, I do have opinions, as I'm sure you can tell. You certainly are perceptive enough. Let's just say I love throwing a occasional monkey wrench into their plans. It's fun. It's so delightful watching them spin out of control.
Can Brick make a sense motive check?
Sure. Go ahead.
He's trying to gauge of the three beings that were just discussed. Is this the neutral, or is this the more straight anti against the shadow dudes? That's cocked. It's 23.
This is definitely the neutral one. Everything you are seeing is similar to the evidence that Ekin gave you. They're there for the fun. They're not there to oppose the Dark Ones. Is there anything else I can help clarify for you, dear?
What don't you like him? Or like what? Hey, why are you doing this?
Why? Because it entertains me. And I do have an audience. I have to entertain the audience too.
Audience.
Wait, is this show about us?
Is this show about
The
us?
play? Wait, is
play
this-
about
I go
us?
audience, and then I look straight in the camera. Wait a second. There's an audience. Who's the audience?
Grant, you bastard.
What'd he do?
I think I understand what he did. I'm not going to say it in case I'm wrong.
Or
This
in
way
case
I-
it's a better and more maniacal plan that I then latch on to.
Or in case what I came up with is so much worse than whatever he's doing.
Send it in a private Discord message to
Yeah.
the other, the three of us, and
And-
then you
and
have
here
it
we
in
go, my
writing
pla-
that we predicted it.
Here you go,
Yeah.
my players conspiring against me again.
Always.
Yes.
Grant, I love you. You can't say shit.
I know.
No, yeah, that's it. That's it for Brick. Fuck.
Okay. Brick almost feels them smile, and they say, "Okay then, I'll see you in a few days."
How do you feel a presence in your brain smile?
I'm not really weird.
Awful.
Okay. Are Airy and Leaf gonna do anything aside from meditate?
Yes. After teaching Ari the basics of, meditating and controlling your power while you do that so it doesn't just spill out while you meditate. Because, we don't want to ruin this place more than the blaster fire did.
Yeah.
Which actually seems remarkably sturdy. I'm going to use... Oh, here's an interesting question for you, Grant, that I don't actually know the answer to. Does Wadsworth count as a creature?
Technically, no.
What?
How, though? Like, why are you asking?
Okay. I was curious.
I'm scared.
In that case,
Okay.
I'm going to...
He's thinking.
Screw it. I'm going to use correspond to talk to Dossie.
Oh.
Okay.
Since we're sitting here anyway.
So you're
Okay.
telling Ari to meditate, and you're like busy on your phone in your head. You're texting.
Seems
Well,
legit.
God damn, that's the way to put it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're texting.
Okay. Remind me, does the person on the other end of correspond know you're corresponding with them without you saying anything, or do you have to say something first?
You forge a passive mental link with a creature which you've previously had physical or mental contact. They need not be within sight or on the same plane. They recognize you and you can mentally communicate with them for the duration, although nothing forces them to respond.
Okay.
I would read that as they are aware of the link, although you might need to say something first.
Okay.
It's ambiguous.
Okay, then maybe you're aware of just a little bit of confusion and the thought saying, "That feels weird."
But knock first in case there.
So
is
my
a-
actual question here, Grant, though, is does it actually connect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not within sight, not within the same plane.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or- yeah.
Hey, Dossie, just testing a theory. Sleep.
Oh, what? Leaf? What? Okay, I guess talk to you. Are you guys okay?
For a given
Emotionally.
definition of okay.
Or physically.
Um,
That
We're
in
all
itself
sti-
is concerning.
we're all still alive, and whatever's puppeteering Rima is playing games with us. And you know how much I love being played with.
The Earth Defense Grid certainly remembers how much you like being played with. Please, for the love of all that is holy, Leaf, don't get us in the middle of a intergalactic war by starting it, please.
I don't think you have to worry about that. I'm pretty sure someone else is going to beat me to it.
Okay.
What a comforting thought.
Whatever that thing is seems hell-bent on wreaking havoc.
That makes me feel all kinds of warm and fuzzy. All right, well, Discovery has officially left port, so if you guys need anything, let us know. We're trying to keep a low profile, but we're also trying to build some bridges. So the telemetry data you guys have been sharing, specifically regarding star charts, we're using that to go and see if we can find some friends.
Lovely. If you find any pyramid-shaped ships, stay the fuck away from them.
I'll let our navigational officer know that.
They are not friendly.
Good to know. Anything else I should be aware of? While you're talking in my brain for whatever inexplicable reason.
Just because he can.
You realize we've got a perfectly good quantum comm system, right?
I just needed to... Yes. You were just the first person I thought of, and I needed to connect to someone just to test something. The conversation's really just a bonus. Consider yourself flattered, I suppose?
That's one word for it. Okay, let us know if you need anything. All right, Leaf?
We'll do what we can. And
right.
thank
Last
you.
I heard, of course. Last time I heard, Beta Team should be there in a couple of days, so we're gonna have backup soon.
That was my response too when Grant reminded me that Beta Team was still on their fucking way. Yes.
If they can bring us a spare carburetor, that would be great.
What's
Someone
the part
stole
we're
ours.
missing?
It is that, right?
It's not a carburetor. That goes in an automobile.
It's a fuel injector system.
Same thing.
It's fine. Dusty's like, they might have a spare. I'll let Selka know. They might at least be able to make one.
Amazing.
Lovely. Have them land in town, I guess. And when the marshals intercept, I guess tell them you know us. That'll either go really well or really badly.
Depending on the marshal.
Depending on who you get.
Should all be good now.
Marshals like you guys.
Actually, no, never mind. All of the ones that hated us are dead. Or are missing. End transmission.
I can imagine Dossie's personal log now. Leaf spoke to me in my brain and might have confessed to murder.
It felt like he smiled.
I didn't kill anybody.
It's true.
That might actually be true.
Ever? I think that's definitely false.
No, well, since we've been here,
Very
I actually don't
specifically
think
in
that
the
Leaf
last
has
like
killed
4 days.
I don't think Leaf's actually killed anyone on this trip so far, like on this mission.
How? No, yeah, because you were fucking with the lizards. You didn't kill a single bandit.
I stopped a lot of people from dying.
Yeah, that's true.
I gave several of them a very rapid tan.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, with that being said, it's been probably 15-20 minutes at this point. What is Kai up to?
Kai is currently pretending to sleep and not doing that, but you know, pretending to. It's nighttime.
Roll a bluff check.
Roll a bluff. Okay. Against who?
With advantage, because you are pretending to do something that's fairly easy to pretend to do.
Against who,
most
though?
of the time.
Has Zen entered the room? Or is this against the people listening in? Because I'm not making any noise. Like...
Zen does walk into the room.
Okay. That's fair, then. Well, that's a nat 20, baby.
Yeah.
He has no idea.
Okay. And Zen rolled really damn well. Anyway. You hear him pause, and then he quietly as he possibly can, rummages for something in his bag, and instead of the cot on the other side of the room, you hear a chair at the end of it creak as he sits down.
Huh.
And then it just becomes silent.
Well, that's not helpful. Can I tell if he's asleep?
It doesn't sound like it.
Okay. So I just have to maintain, because Kai is actually, I'll be real with y'all. Kai is somewhere in between just sobbing and having a panic attack. And so that's really hard to hide if the other person in the room isn't gonna go to sleep.
You could always see what he's doing.
I'm curious, but that's me, Vicky. Vicky's curious. Kai's also a little curious, but also I think is again preoccupied with everything else in her brain.
Okay. Then she's stuck in this horrible, terrible situation.
Great.
All right. Then, unless anyone else is doing anything for the rest of the evening, in story, the evening will pass to morning.
We need a little
All
like
right.
sunrise.
All right, yeah.
God, I was
You give me
hurting.
mine too. Thank
That
you.
was the lowest I've been in a while.
The next morning, I guess who's up first?
Well, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does it count as a short rest if you don't actually sleep 8 hours?
I would say the best you would get is a short rest.
Okay.
If
Did I
you're
say short? I meant long. Whatever. Okay. I know what to do. Anyway, who wakes up first? Probably me, because I'm tired of pretending to be sleeping.
okay.
So I get up.
The moment you do, Zen jerks back into being awake, and you notice he had his sidearm on one knee and that sign nullifying device in his hand on the other, and he says, "Oh, you're awake, right? Arm giving you any trouble?"
It hurts, but why aren't you? Did you
He
sleep
puts-
there?
I really didn't, but he puts the weapons away, rummages in the first aid kit, and hands you a couple of painkillers and says, "No arguments. Take them."
No, I throw him back without water. No, fuck that. No, I'm not arguing.
Okay. And he just runs a hand through his hair, stands up, stretches, and says, "I need some coffee. You want anything?"
Not right now.
Okay. He opens the door, and as the door closes, you catch a whiff of something being cooked.
Oh, someone else is already awake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who else would be closer to the main room?
I'm trying to think. Is the hallway just a fun spatial thing? Is the hallway one of the hallways where like the door in from the main space is at the front of the hallway, or is it like halfway in like the middle of the hallway?
No, it's at the front of the hallway with the rooms parallel down it.
I think who had the first room? Was it Satsi and Kim?
Satsi and Kim were in one of the first rooms.
Yeah.
I thought the other one was me, but
Okay, Leaf, you would wake up to the sound of someone cooking something. Hana got back at some point. She is knocked out and she has like a notebook open on her chest as if she was in the middle of writing notes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go get breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, you walk into the kitchen and Satsi's already there. It looks like she's been up for a bit, and there's a concerning amount of food that she has managed to prepare, so she's been up for a while. And there's already some coffee brewing, and you walk in to find Zen pouring himself a generous cup.
That's quite the spread, Satsi.
She kind of glances over at you quickly, avoiding eye contact, and nods and keeps scrambling whatever alien eggs she's been scrambling.
So nobody slept last night, is what I'm hearing.
Leaf slept great.
So glad that you did.
Harry comes out of his room smelling the coffee, just super groggy. She's like, I need some.
Okay.
I'll go pour a glass.
What?
Okay. After a moment, Satsi seems to sign something to Zen, and he tiredly nods and takes over, and she grabs a plate of stuff and retreats back into her room and closes the door.
Probably for Kim. Or maybe for Satsi. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to us. Kai is still
for sense. I would like to sense motive on this one.
Sure.
With a 19.
Oh.
She's got a couple of things going on. One, Satsi seems thoroughly shaken. And two, she's trying to cover it up by being concerned for someone else. Brick, now that Aries gotten up, you are smelling food. I don't know how interested Brick is at the moment.
Where's Kai with this? Is she still in her room?
Kai is desperately trying to get a shirt on with an arm in a sling. And then trying to brush her hair after that with also, again, arm in sling. So it takes me a solid 15 minutes to do that, I'd say. From experience of having a leg that didn't work for 6 months, that is difficult enough. An arm, though. 15 minutes. And then she's probably sitting in the room debating whether or not to actually leave. So she's still in her room, is what I'm saying.
Brick, seeing that the door is closed, would knock.
As I desperately attempt to brush my hair with the left hand. Come in. Oh, hey, Brick. Good morning.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Okay. Rick, who is out of his armor, which is not a sight that you guys typically see, I guess walks in and sits on the chair that Zen was sleeping in as you're doing stuff.
All right. Well, I'll sit. I'll like sit like cross-legged on the bed. Maybe attempt to put my hair up because I think Kai usually wears her hair up. So just with one hand trying to do that. Sorry, it's hard to do things with an arm in a sling. What's up?
I know you're mad at me. A little bit. And I get why. And I'm sorry.
You did what you had to do. It's fine. I get it. Are you feeling better?
Yeah. No.
Okay. I mean, me neither, if it makes you feel any better. Well, it won't. We both feel like shit, but, you know.
Yeah. Look. I'm all for trying to get Rima back, and that's fine and good, and I want that. Like, that would be the best outcome. But I'm not gonna choose between you guys.
Can we talk about this later?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'll be out in a minute. But...
Okay.
It's very like Lego. Waddle out, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna go check on Satsi and Kim.
Okay. I assume you knock on the door?
Mm-hmm.
Just barge right in.
It's quiet for a moment, but you hear the sound of someone get up and walk over, and Satsi cracks the door open and just raises an eyebrow.
Hey, just checking in, make sure you and Kim are doing okay.
Satsi thinks for a long moment, then opens the door a little bit more, and Kim is just kind of sitting cross-legged on the cot that presumably is hers. There is a plate of baked goods next to her, untouched. And it looks like It looks like a blanket has been neatly folded and placed on the floor in front of her, and that seems to be where Satsi has been sitting.
You two seem like you're getting along. I'm glad to see that. Have you gotten anything out of her?
Satsi rummages in her bag and pulls out a notebook and says, "She didn't take that well last night. I've been trying to get her to lay down, to rest, to eat something. I managed to get her to nibble at one of those muffins I made, which, progress, I guess." And Satsi just glances back at her and very much does not hide that she's concerned.
You get not a lot of sleep happened last night then.
She shakes her head.
Well, if you'd like, I can try talking to her, but she seems to respond to you as well as any of us.
Satsi slowly nods, and then takes out the puzzle, taps it a couple of times, and then stows it under her arm and scribbles out, "Maybe she sees something I won't. At least I can get her to think about something else."
It sounds like a good idea.
She nods, and then just shrugs and gently closes the door.
And I go to see how Kai's doing now that she's up.
You actually, you all hear, about 5 minutes after Brick leaves the room, you hear something go flying across the room and Kai go, "Motherfucker!"
Uh-oh.
It's really, I don't know if y'all have tried to put your hair up with one hand. It's not happening. Unless I'm just that inept, but I imagine it'd be very difficult. And then I think, you know what? Well,
I can't say that I've ever had that problem.
Yeah.
Zen does start toward the door unless Leaf intercepts him.
Oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely just like,
Can I?
I want to see what's going on.
Oh,
I open the door as you go to knock. Hi.
Well,
were you just waiting there? Kai's hair is down and a little bit messier than normal.
you look like hell. Would
Thanks.
you like help with any of that? I'd say don't hit me, but your arm's in a sling.
I
I think we're about to see friendly fire here.
appreciate. Did you say that or did Zen say that?
No, that's me. That's
Okay.
your DM
I just want to
talking.
make sure because then Kai would have had a comment about that. But
Zen's looking like he's thinking that, but
Yeah.
he's not saying anything.
I'm good, actually. Thank you for your very kind offer, though, Leaf.
You're very welcome. Now come eat some food.
I don't want food. Aren't you guys going to like train today or something?
Yeah. But Kai,
Leaf.
seriously. Like, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to worry a little bit, but I know you can take care of yourself. You're going to be fine eventually, or not. And frankly, I'm not sure what I can do about it. Satsi's worried sick. Please take care of yourself, or let us do it. I don't care which. But this whole, I don't know.
This whole
I'm
what?
mad at the world routine.
I'm sorry I got my arm dislocated?
Hey, that's not what I'm talking about.
Then what are you talking about?
Although that does. I mean, I could guess, but something is clearly not okay. I'm assuming it's Rima.
Yeah, I mean, we did get attacked last night.
Uh-huh, yeah. You're our captain. Out of all of us, unfortunately, you kind of have the least option to not be okay. Everyone else needs you to be there. You can lean on us, but we need you.
I never said I'm not okay.
Just look her up and down.
Kai turns around and grabs, cause she probably left it behind because they weren't going anywhere yet, but grabs her jacket, which has the, endurance patch and the gold band and everything on it, and puts it on. Struggles to put it on, but puts it on. And says, all right, captain mode. Satya has a puzzle to fix. Kim is probably not having a good time. Do you want to deal with that? Because you're the one that has, like, that sort of training. Eri probably has to train in order to see if they can get the thing out of their brain. Brick's got another thing in his brain, so he should probably go and talk to one of the Trackens that could help him with that, maybe. Anything else? Is that a good to-do list?
Lovely. Glad to have you back.
Okay.
And I turn around and and wander off to go find food and let Zen deliver the coffee.
Did
we all hear that?
Oh yeah, it was in the hallway.
Okay.
You definitely all heard that. Friendly.
For the you don't get to be not okay part. Leaf would have at least said it quietly. But,
no, you didn't.
quietly, but definitely not quietly enough that
Yeah.
you couldn't all hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because to be fair, the point of it was not actually to get, like, the point of that was to get Kai out of her whatever the hell is going on, to snap Kai out of being, panic attacky depression mode.
Well, you did something, so. Okay, so Kai's going to, because she does know that Satsi and Kim are probably. I don't, like, I would say, granted, I did hear that all of this was happening, but, you know, intuition would tell me that Kim's probably not doing well. And I wouldn't have known that you just popped into the room. So I'm just gonna, like, and we don't have to play this out, but just knock on Satsi's door, check in with her.
You would get more or less the same information.
Yeah.
And make a sense motive check to see if you can confirm anything that Leaf said regarding Satsi.
That is a... Regarding Satsi being worried about me? I don't know why she would be worried about me. It's been... See, the thing is, Kyle, Leaf, it's been... You've had like 5 minutes around Kai since she got her arm dislocated. How do you... You know me too well. What am I doing? Sense motive. Sorry, I forgot. Well, that's a 12.
Advantage.
Oh, advantage.
I was going to say with advantage because you do know Satsi pretty damn well at this point.
14.
I'd say that's good enough.
I'm bad.
There's enough hesitancy between responses for you to read that she is worried and trying to cover it up, but not very well.
Can I tell about who? Because I know she's worried about Kim.
It's you.
Okay. Satsi. 2 things. 1, please don't worry about me. Worry about Kim. But 2, if you don't have the space to worry about Kim, that is, and I say this quiet enough where Kim, I'm assuming, can't hear me. If you don't have the space to worry about Kim, and you need to, you know, process things yourself, please let us know.
She reaches out, squeezes Kai on the shoulder, and then...
Please, God, the shoulder that's not in a sling.
Not that one. She's
No, it's just a joke. I'm just funny.
Yes. Okay.
It's gonna be a...
Okay. Last little bit, Zen does hand you, or try to hand Kai some coffee.
I'll drink coffee. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Said nothing, and he just sits down to whatever he ended up fixing. What are Ari and Brick gonna do?
Honestly, Ari's just kind of reflecting on literally everything in silence into his coffee mug. No idea. And like Leaf and Brick have already handled the things that he would have done, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Kai walks into the room. She downs that cup of coffee, and walks into the quickly, and walks into the room that I'm assuming the rest of y'all are in together because everybody's in the living room area, and as best as she can with one arm in a sling, claps. It says, "All right, team. Yesterday was bad. We all know that. Today will be better. Satsi has a puzzle to solve, and I don't think we're allowed to leave until she solves it. So, what do you want to do? We're in a bubble." I point out the window. So it seems like we're safe for now. So,
Well,
I can't do
from
anything.
most things.
So, huh?
Said we're safe from most things. Some stuff can get through. I was able to get through.
You
Fuck you, Grant.
walk outside? Did you go for a walk in the middle of the night? What are you talking about?
I was able to talk to Dossie through whatever they have, so messages at least can get in. Or out.
Okay. Well, assuming
But-
threats that can actually hit us can't get in, then I think we should be okay.
Yep.
So, I look at Brick and Ari specifically. Anything on the to-do list as far as tracking society goes?
I have no idea. Is your hair, by the way, still down?
Yep.
Ari would just kind of like lean in and be like, because he wears his hair up all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want help with your hair, Kai?
Oh my god, please, yes, thank you. It's driving me insane!
Harry would quickly just help put it in a ponytail the way that
Amazing.
you like it.
Thank you so much.
Other than that, honestly, not really sure. I'm still kind of shaken about yesterday.
It's okay.
Brooke,
I'm
any
sure
ideas?
it's. Sorry, go ahead.
Has Carta emerged?
Zen was about to say, I'm sure it's not a popular question, but has anyone seen The Bounty Hunter?
I look at Ari. Assuming.
Why are you just
No, I look at you and then I pointedly look away and I'm like, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's funny. Ari probably would have seen that out of the corner of his eye and just been like, cross his arms. No.
Kai peeks around the corner. Is the door still closed?
It's slightly ajar.
Okay. I'm gonna go do the captain thing. And I go walk down the hallway.
Wait, Kai, are you sure? That's okay.
it's
I know
fine.
you guys are upset with each other, please.
Nope, it's good. And I knock on Carta's open door. Semi-open door.
There is no response.
Can I
Of
gently
course there's not.
push it open?
Her stuff's still there. She is not.
Like her weapons too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
She really just wants to die.
Yeah.
Doesn't love.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be. Yeah. I don't think she's here, but I also don't think she's gone.
Call her on comms, maybe?
If she left her weapons, she probably hasn't gone after Rima.
You could always call her on comms. Yep.
I swear to God.
Sorry. Oh, yep, I'm just going back to staring at my plate.
Inspecting the scrambled eggs.
Yeah. By the way, Brick has not made eye contact with Kai. That's another thing.
That's fair.
I'm sure we'll run into her. She's probably at the practice field.
She doesn't have psionics, and she doesn't have weapons. Why would she be at the practice field?
We're talking to Ekin.
Also
You don't
possible.
think she's like in danger or anything, right? Like if she didn't take her weapons with her, that's kind of weird. I don't know.
Are you worried about her?
I would be worried about any of us, Brick.
Okay, sorry. Late.
I mean-
Gone in the
Got
middle of
it.
the night.
My bad.
You can ping her.
Fine.
Just ask her if she's still breathing.
Yeah.
A sound goes off in her room.
Oh, well,
Okay.
yeah. Well, this one, like many things, is on me. Sorry, guys.
Maybe she just went to take a walk. Hopefully. She's not dead somewhere.
I don't think she's dead somewhere. I think
If we
she's...
don't find her by lunch, I'll go poke a message into her head.
Cool.
Okay.
Brick looks very comfortable with that idea.
What?
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 I don't know.
Okay. Well, Zen stands up and says, well, I'm gonna go lay down for a bit. If anyone needs me, knock on the door. And he walks back to the room, and you hear the door closed.
Okay.
What if we had a fun activity to get
I was
our
gonna
mind off
say,
of everything?
if there's nothing else that people want to do, like that we need to do, I would kind of like to go learn more about those spears. And maybe talk to Ekin, but mostly first stop I want to go learn more about those spears.
Okay.
And see if someone can give me a primer on psionic technology.
Yeah, actually, we should all probably talk to Ekin. At some point. Because he did come over and then I said, please go away.
We did say we were going to talk to him.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, if Leaf, if you're gonna go chit chat with that's funny. Can you teach me to pronounce psionics? I'll think about it. That's good. But Leaf, if you're gonna head off to talk to those guards at the front, maybe we set up a meeting with I keep using the wrong arm. Maybe we set up a meeting with Ekin in like an hour, and y'all can frolic around Track and Society until then.
Sounds great.
Great.
Okay, where do each of you go?
Can you tell us a couple of the places that are here? Not to make you do the DM thing, but
It's perfectly fine. There are some training courts that you have seen. There is the orchard with the pole that Brick may or may not have decided to lick. There is the Grand Hall where you met with Ekin and had a lovely dinner with him and Matriarch Imwen. There is the main gate. There are multiple dwellings throughout the place. There are some terraced fields that look absolutely lovely to go on a walk through. And there does seem to be a little bit of a market square that you think you saw on the other side of the Grand Hall.
cool.
And there are definitely sounds of Trackens having a good time outside.
Anyone else?
It's
Wasn't
Track
too
and Soft.
bad.
Okay, well, I think
That's
I'm going
most of it.
to Kai's gonna take a walk to the matriarch's place, I think. I think she wants to see if the matriarch is in.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, this is the to-do list of, okay, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there. So Brick and
I getcha.
Airy.
Where are Brick and
I
Airy
think-
going?
Well, Ari is not gonna know what else to do, and is probably gonna hit up the training court and see if letting loose a little bit helps at all. I don't
Okay.
know if you're gonna follow me, but
Yeah,
okay.
what I was thinking.
You
Okay.
wanna spar, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna spar.
All right. Leaf. You're-
And
I was just going to say, are you heading toward the gate, or are you looking for another place to learn about SciTech?
did they? Because I forget, one of the paladins had mentioned that they'd be happy to share, like, let us look at it and share information and stuff.
All right, that was Paladin Isla, I believe.
Yeah, so I guess I would go try and find them and or Ekin, whoever I run into first. And because if I run into Ekin first, then I'll ask who to talk to.
You actually definitely run into Paladin Isla, Paladin Isla first. They are kind of just harvesting some sort of grain thing. And they look like they're almost finished with the terrace that they're working on. And they look up and say, "Ah, hello. Leaf, was it?
Yes, in the wind.
Good to meet you again. I did hear there was a commotion. Is everything okay?"
More or less. We're all a little bit shaken. But
Well, it's not every day we have to raise a barrier over the Enclave. So I just wanted to check.
we appreciate it. I certainly appreciate it.
Well, it acts more as a physical barrier, but it does block a few other things. Mostly to keep shadows and projections and physical entrance to the place completely barred. So, hey, Ekin's Orchard's safe from the pests for a little while at least.
Well, that's one way to keep them out. I was wondering, you'd been thinking about that psionic tech hybrid stuff that you seem to have with the spears, and the other artifacts. I was wondering if you know who I'd talk to learn more about that.
Well, I can certainly show you the basics, but if you want the expert, that's Paladin Edmund. You'll want to go check out the marketplace. They have a shop there where they repair sci-tech.
Ooh. Do they seem like they want to actually talk to me now, or like I should go find someone who actually is interested in teaching about this stuff?
I mean, they're more than welcome to talk. Isla is still very much harvesting, but they can do two things at once, it looks like.
Yeah. I will learn what they have to share before I go bother someone who is engaged in something more, mentally taxing, rather than kind of, yeah.
Well, essentially, unless you have questions, what Isla tells you is that sci-tech is not necessarily a hybrid, but a fusion of psionic energy and technology. What it does is it takes the raw energy that a psion channels and turns it into something else. And back in the day, Trakens had some of the most efficient psi-tech known.
Ooh.
Sorry.
With the Alicians being a close second.
We're just grooving.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it.
I can finally
Okay.
use the Poppy Fun playlist.
Yes.
Because we're just
We're learning
vibing.
things.
Yeah.
It probably feels a little weird after everything that happened, but
A little, yeah. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, Leaf said, get the fuck out of your head. And I said, okay, everything's fine. And then he went to go play with some spears, so.
So, does Leaf have any immediate questions?
You said it turns into something else.
Essentially, it gets redirected into a use that we predetermine. With the Psi-Tech bladed weapons, it turns into essentially a Psi-Blade, just one designed by technology, not your mind. That's the general idea behind it. We used to have Psi-Tech for lights. We used to have it power shields. We used to have it power some engines. Legends say they were in the prototype stage. I don't know anything else about them, but my understanding is we used it for anything and everything. It's hard to make now. You need...
Why is that?
Well, Edmund will tell you more about it, but my understanding is you're messing with things on a level that most 3D printing technology or even a forge cannot match.
Interesting.
It's
But it's not the
theory,
rarity of the materials, it's just the precision of...
It's partially rarity of materials. You need stuff that is as pure as you can possibly get it. And you also need an incredibly sanitized environment to do it. And those environments are hard to come by anymore, unless you're in a big city, and Traken enclaves do not count as big cities.
Fascinating. Thank you so much. Yeah. Say, what is this? Is this a grain that you're harvesting? We've now moved on to small talk.
Okay.
I make some idle small talk and then make excuses to go off in search of Edmund.
Okay, you learn a little bit about farming in the Enclave, and you head off to find Edmund. In the meantime, Ari and Brick, you guys arrive at the training fields. It looks like the Traken children have the day off. There is, however, a paladin, Ekin, and he's currently sparring with Karda.
Oh, interesting.
Sparring?
And-
I'm assuming that's psionically sparring.
Actually, he is using some powers, and she seems to actually be able to avoid them.
Okay.
He's
Also, skeptical's sake, I'm genuinely interested in what leaf small talk is like.
We should just do one stream.
Oh
of
lord.
small
Nothing
talk.
but leave small.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
It's like that clip of this a very niche reference. It's either Critical Role or Dimension 20 where Hank Green and Brennan do you know what I'm talking about? Are flirting about birds and like spooky
It's Dimension
things.
20.
It's D20. Okay, it's Dimension 20.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and they're flirting about like spooky facts about birds. It's great. It's
Oh,
really good.
cute.
Going back and forth about.
That's
birds.
great.
I need to see this now. Okay.
You do. It's one of the best things I've ever seen.
It's incredible.
Okay.
Ari
Anyway.
would like
Yes,
walk in the door, see that, and like turn around to leave. I feel like you would. Yeah.
Nope.
Yes, and
Sorry.
yes, and you, Ari gets turned back by Brick, and notices Card is very much holding her own,
Nice.
and even though Paladin Ekin has the psionic advantage when it comes to being able to do crazy shit, but also maneuverability, she manages to catch him mid power, trip him, and then pin him.
Oh.
And she helps him back up. He dusts himself off and says, "Well, it's been a while since I've had a Mirrodin martial artist school me in anti-psionic warfare. Excellent show. Well, you gotta be good to do what I do." And then and then they glance over at you guys, and Carta manages a smile and says, "Hey, big guy. Hey, Crystals. How you doing?"
Hi. What?
Are
Hi.
you done warming up because your next opponent's here?
No, Brick. I didn't want to. I don't. I kind of wanted it to be just you and me because I kind of wanted to try my powers with my entity possibly, but I don't want to hurt anybody, and I know you can handle it. Anyway,
I mean,
he says quietly. I don't know if they can hear it. Let's check, but
Ekin doesn't, but Carta does, and she just she shakes her head, walks over, dips out of the ring, and says, "Crystals, I can handle anything you throw at me. Get in here."
hold on, Amanda needs a sec. Deal. Anyway, but I mean, I know I can see that you are very good at what you do, but have you ever fought a shadow entity before? Because
Last night.
Yeah.
No, but I've seen it fight, and frankly, it looks weak as shit. And you just hear in the back of your mind seething, and it's just like,
How dare a lesser life form say something like that, Linear?
okay, we're gonna have boundaries though. Harry says.
We need a safe word.
Yeah. No, but look, I genuinely did want to take this time to kind of practice, I don't know, being one with you. Aries talking to an entity. But you can't take over my body, okay? That or I'm just gonna fight on my own, and you can't have anything.
Okay. How is this going to work?
I don't know. You told me. I don't know how any of this works. Can't you just give me your power or something?
It's not that simple.
Okay, then you might just have to sit this one out. Because I don't want to hurt anybody.
We'll see.
Do not take over my body with these people around. or so help me gods, I don't know what I'll do.
Can
He
I-
said, no.
Can I ask Gary to make a bluff check to see if, what is his facial expressions when he's talking to the entity in this manner in his own head?
Oh, he's probably like slightly gesturing.
I really feel like he's like
Yeah.
in real life.
Well, you would also see probably some energy arcing between his crystals a little bit that he has, the psionic crystals. But yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
do I need to make a buff check?
Nope.
Okay, because I'm not trying to hide anything. Anyway.
Okay. Ari and Carta step into the ring. Ekin glances at Brick and says, "Do you want to go a couple of rounds?
Oh,
I wouldn't mind seeing your people's fighting style.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, have you ever, do you go up against psionics very often?"
Eri, and Satsi, and Leaf. Well, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You two step into your own ring as well. Who wants to go first?
You're not gonna make him roll initiative?
Oh yeah, we should roll initiative.
We'll roll initiative to see who goes first.
Okay.
Well,
1.
nice.
The dice gods want me to be embarrassed.
Okay.
Anyway.
Carta just smiles and says, "I'll go easy on you, crystals," and immediately jumps at you.
Holy shit! Ari says it's just like, well, first, Ari wouldn't, I think he would be hesitant at first. He's not using his full power, and he's not gonna let Carta know that, but.
You're about to get your ass.
No,
If you
like,
do not go
I'm using
full
my
on.
own power,
Okay.
not with the entity. I
Okay.
should have been clearer. I'm not using the entity's power. But anyway, okay, I try and counter.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll?
Roll an opposed grapple check.
We're grappling. Hold on.
Amanda goes, "We're grappling."
It's because Amanda's fangirl brain is going wild right now. I have to be. Anyway.
Can she use her strength for the grapple? Doesn't Carta have a similar fighting style to Brick?
Yes.
It doesn't really help me though. I got 6.
Amanda, or no, I'm going to send this to the entire party.
What? This is going in the chat. Hold on.
Ari.
Hold on. I didn't see it yet.
He rolled a 1.
She comes at you and looks like she's about to perform a strike that's supposed to knock you over. You move automatically, you're pretty sure, with a little help, and all of a sudden, she trips and you're pinning her on the ground.
Pot. Sorry. Anyway,
And Carter just kind of grins and says, "Good move."
Okay, where's my
Everyone,
pen
like-
so I can write down the timestamp? Because that's gonna be clipped.
Shame for calling.
Ari would be blushing kind of a bit and like obviously back up a bit and be like, "Oh, thank you," and like quickly gets up, offers his hand to help her up.
Okay. She takes her hand and, in a motion, pulls you to the ground and ends up on her feet. And you can try and roll again.
Okay. Same thing. 7.
She rolled upwards of a 20. And now Ari is face first on the ground with his arm pinned behind his back.
Ow. He's like, okay.
Uncle!
And you hear the smile in her words when she says, "Never, ever, ever let your guard down to an opponent.
Okay. Heard.
Now, make me let go of you."
Okay, fine. Give me a second to look at my powers.
I love that this entire like 15-minute stretch is just me and Mac just taking the face. Oh.
I'm trying to keep my composure and failing.
No, this is excellent.
Can we cut to the other fight while I try to figure out which power to use, please?
I can give you an idea, but okay, yes. Brick, roll initiative for me.
I have a lot to look at.
8.
Ekin also rolled a 1. So Brick gets to go first.
Wait, okay. Ekin's a paladin. Does he have his psi weapon out? Brick's trying to judge how he wants to. Are we fighting barefisted? Are we southpawing this shit, or are we?
It doesn't look like Ekin has manifested a Psyblade. The most he's done is take up a stance opposite you.
Okay. Brick's gonna set the hammer down. And is gonna get into his like pseudo Muay Thai stance that he has, and shield out, but the other gauntlets put away. And he's gonna try and grapple.
Okay.
Dog shit. 18.
Ekin, instead of doing an opposed grapple, uses Escape Artist and manages to worm his way out of your grasp.
Okay.
An excellent move. Let's try something that'll push you. And he snaps his finger and vanishes.
Punch the air.
Yeah, Brick would just try and...
I feel like if he turned invisible, I feel like this is something that Leaf and Brick would have done before, because that is definitely Leaf's favorite combat trick. Is turn invisible and go hide.
It's true.
Brick would just kind of like try and furiously swing, trying to anticipate him.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
16. I haven't rolled above a 6.
Yeah, you catch nothing but air. And a moment later behind you, you hear a pop. And when you glance behind you, Ekin has reappeared with a flash of light. And then with his other hand, he reaches out and you feel something grab a hold of your ankle. Make a strength check, please.
Okay. 15.
It's not going well today.
That was the highest roll today.
Unfortunately, the power that Ekin uses trips Brick.
Oh.
And Ekin says, okay, give yourself a moment to go ahead and get up. How do you think you would counter something like that?
Not fall down.
That's a good start. Back to Ari and Carta.
Yo!
That's the best way I've seen that.
Yeah,
get
that's
used.
amazing.
That's so
Yes.
Big, wonderful artwork over here.
My god. Amazing.
That is greatness.
Fun fact, I have no psionic powers to get me out of this kind of situation, so I
You have to have
with-
one.
no. Huh?
Get
have
an
to-
I'm on the ground. I can't stomp if my body's on the ground.
Why not?
Wait, can't you do the...
Hang on.
Can't you
Oh.
swap places?
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, totally.
You could. That's
Yeah.
another option.
Okay.
I will point out that for the purposes of powers that allow you to do blah 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 to an ally, it very specifically is dictated by whom you see as an ally. If you see someone as your enemy, it won't. Then you can't do stuff that affects allies.
Ari definitely, I would say, does not
But
see
Ari
Carta as an enemy.
pretty clearly does not see Carta as an enemy, which means things that work on allies will work.
Hey, where's my purple dice, dude?
I don't.
It's just straight up gone.
It's right there. You.
No,
Okay.
the D6.
What?
No, I found it. Anyway, yeah, okay, fine. I'm gonna actually switch places with her then, and put her in the same position.
Okay. You switch positions. Carta glances side to side and says, "Okay, that was sneaky and clever, and I love it. All right, my turn." And she rolls an escape artist check. And you may attempt a strength check to resist it.
Fine, I'm strong. 10.
She rolled upwards of a 20, and
Oh my God.
she manages to writhe her way out of the hold you have, and she's back up on her feet.
Nice.
It's Aries' turn,
Um,
and she just kind of grins and holds out her hand and just gestures. Come at me.
Fine. Should I whip out my side blade? Are you sure you can handle psionic stuff? Like, I just want to make sure I don't want to kill anybody. Aries says.
She smiles and says, "I already told you. I can handle anything you can throw at me, Crystals."
Okay. He pulls out his side blade. We're going hard now. I'm going to, let's see. I will first do stomp to try to knock her prone.
Hell yeah.
Okay. And let's see.
Oh man, I have to use PowerPoints for this. This isn't even a fight.
What's the,
We'll sleep
what's the
eventually
s-
before we leave, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Hopefully.
What's the save DC for that?
It is one. It doesn't say on my paper.
Is that how it is in 5th edition, Grant? Because we've had this issue before. Is it 8 plus proficiency plus some, or base attack, or
believe-
Two stomps this time.
how do you calculate that?
I believe mine's a little more vicious. It's 10 plus character level, plus
Assuming wisdom, which is
yeah, I believe a wisdom.
This is
While y'all check that, hello, Lynn.
Oh, for
Jersey.
DC?
20?
Is the
what?
oh, this is, I'm asking Lynn Jersey. Is the younger child here with us? It's my brother's
Oh.
birthday. Happy birthday, Kevin, if he's there.
Oh my
Hey!
god!
Birthday!
What'd you do to the van?
Oh my god, yeah, I
about
sent them the
that.
video. I should just share that, Mother, if you have if I have your permission, I will share that video to the entirety of the Discord, so chat can also see it, because it's chaos.
Share the legend. Spread the good word of
All
the
right,
band.
I'll share that real quick. It's wild.
Anyway, did you guys figure it out?
Or if that's the case, the DC's 20.
Okay, she does not save and is sent flying.
Perfect. Awesome sauce.
Now, Schmack, are you gonna thwack your buddy?
Yeah, might as well. Trying to see if there's anything else more vicious I could do. Yeah, okay. I'll just take a swing with my side blade.
Okay.
Schmack.
Schmack. Do I have to make an attack roll first? 18 to hit.
She is knocked prone, so yes, that does hit.
Okay, perfect. And then what?
3d6.
Should be in general if
Okay.
anyone wants to see the video.
Perfect. I need one more d6, please. Where are they?
They all should be in
Where
there.
are they? Gosh, dice. Why are they not here?
Oh, I remember when they are. They're in the car.
That's okay. 13.
Okay. Okay. She grins, and on her turn, and this is gonna be the last turn until we switch back over. What is she going to do? Hang on, I need to look something up really quick.
You're good. I wasn't prepared for combat today, clearly, so. And it's hot combat.
You're the only one making it up.
Nah.
Okay. You can make an opposed grapple check either with escape artist if you have the skill,
No.
or you can just roll without your strength because she has still been using that ability on you.
Okay.
Unbalanced opponent.
DC for saving throws against Psionic Warrior's powers is 10 plus the power's level plus the Psionic Warrior's intelligence modifier.
That's it. Okay. So it's not quite the same, but she wouldn't have saved anyway. So you said a 12?
Yes.
She rolled a 16. Well, you're kind of standing over her, so what she does is she just kind of trips you with one of her legs, and does this really cool leap up back onto her feet, and she takes a 2-meter step backward, reaches behind her, and pulls out one of those bolas and starts twirling it, ready to go.
Yay.
Card is really cool.
He is! And I'm flustered as all hell. Both of us are. That's why we're doing bad.
And back to Brick and Ekin for a moment, and then we will switch scenes. Brick, your turn.
I'm gonna eat my sandwich.
Yeah, screw it. Brick's just gonna try and hit him.
Hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smack him.
I feel bad punching an old dude, but it's fine.
As you should.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses.
Kai's never used that line, and she wears glasses.
You gotta put it
I
in the
didn't
vault.
even know that Kai wore glasses.
Yeah, that's what I wear.
Like
I
mine.
used to wear them all the time.
Like this. They look
Yeah.
like this.
Oh,
Vicky wears glasses.
that's
too,
right, your
but
freaking
I just wear
cosplay.
glasses.
I just assumed that those were your actual glasses.
No, my actual glasses I don't wear because I don't like them. Actually, I wear contacts all the time.
I see. 23.
Oh shit!
Oh, that hits.
You are gonna punch this old man.
And I'll just roll the second attack right now too, just cause. Oh shit, I crit.
Okay. Well, I think we find a reason why the sparring ends. Okay.
What are my unarmed strikes different? What are those? I'm just punching. Oh, here. Never mind. They're D4s. I forgot because my battle balance.
Ari and Carter hear a thud and just look over and see him.
Just a quick little.
Yeah.
What's going on
So
over there?
that's 9 for the crit. 7 for the regular hit.
Okay. Yeah, you get Ekin. He stumbles a little bit backwards. It's just like, well, now I remember why I'm an academic.
Sorry.
He asked to be
it's-
punched.
Oh, it's fine. And he snaps his fingers again, and Brick, the floor becomes liquid, and you start sinking into your waist.
Whoa.
Oh no.
No.
Leaf didn't do this one.
Not on the ship.
Yeah.
Kai would kill me.
Please not. To
Oh my
ship.
god.
Oh my god.
Floor is lava.
We're gonna have to make that canon. Anyway, yes.
That's what we should do today, guys. Play The Floor is Lava.
Can I just pull attention to Skeptical Sig for a moment? Brick just got banned. I like that. The floor is now liquid.
Yeah. I didn't get it for a second, but I get it now.
That's good.
Dude.
Oh my
That
god, that's the
fan.
best
I'm
thing ever.
dead.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, so what is Brick's response?
Look, what is the radius around me that is now a puddle?
Yeah, what is how liquid is the liquid too? Are we talking?
That's a great
Are
point.
we
It's like
talking like
quicksand.
quicksand? Oh, quicksand. Okay.
And it looks like about a 15-meter radius.
My God.
Whoa!
I'm just gonna die.
Just drown in the
Well, you do notice
Shit.
that you're.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I have the boots on.
Whoa!
Do you know how to turn them on, though?
I don't know.
What does Brick try to activate the boots?
I click my hips together really quickly.
There's no place like home.
I want to go home.
You feel bursts of energy every time you click, but then you click again and it turns off. So it's just like, and then you sink back in.
Aw.
Just click on one. Turn on.
And you click them one more time, and you are able to start flying.
Amazing.
Okay.
So you fly?
I fly.
Yes, kind of. The floor seems to be doing some dimensional weirdness for a moment, and it does stick to your boots for a second. But then you're free, and you're just kind of hovering unsteadily above the floor. And it says, "Oh, that's a new trick.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Would you like me to turn it off so you can land without crashing?"
Please.
Okay, we'll call timeout. And he snaps his finger again, and you notice the ripples in the floor stop completely. And what do you do?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh.
You're still hovering in the air.
Rick is just gonna try to land. Just gonna try see if I can set myself on the ground at all, maybe?
Make a balance check for me.
I don't think I've ever. Oh no. Okay, it's not a -6.
Okay, Ari, just as Carta's about to take her turn and throw the bolas, which she did electrify, by the way.
Oh, sweet. Cool. Love that.
Look.
You hear the sound of a crash in the other training ring, and she deactivates them, loops them around her hand, and looks over, and you look over too, and Brick is just kind of on the floor, and his boots are smoking for some reason.
Well,
Ow.
that fight seemed a lot more intense. No offense, but are you okay, Brick?
Ow. I'm good.
Okay.
And as Ari checks up on Brick, Kai, what are you doing?
Hello. So originally I had said that I was gonna go see the matriarch, but I changed my mind. And Kai probably changed her mind like halfway to walking there. And was like, yeah, actually no. And she's gonna see if there's any medic area in this place.
Okay,
Hello.
there does seem to be a little
hospital.
track and run clinic in that marketplace.
Cool. I'm gonna go in there.
Okay. You actually notice Amron's there chatting with a friend, it would seem, and she looks up and looks at your arm and is like, "Oh my God, Kai, what happened?"
It's fine, don't worry about it.
By the
Amron,
lights.
you didn't tell us that your mom's like the president here. What is that?
Well, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, it is. That's a pretty
It
big
really
deal.
isn't.
She seems very nice.
She is. She's the best.
Yeah.
Now, what in the light happened to you?
I got my arm was dislocated and then it was relocated, but it still hurts, and so I wanted to see if there's something. I don't know. You guys have a lot of like magic, crazy stuff here. Is there something that can make my arm go back to normal, like fully, and just like stop it from hurting? Because I would like to use it again. As soon as possible.
The tracker next to her glances up and says, Well, let me take a closer look. And she walks over, and Amron says, "Oh, you realize introducing yourself is customary in 90% of the cultures that are known, right?"
To me.
To the person who walked up to you and just started gently poking at your shoulder.
Oh, I'm so used to Artie and Leaf, it doesn't even matter at this point. I mean, my name's Kai. Very nice to meet you, but like, go ahead, have fun. Ow.
Oh, nice to meet you. Okay, there's a lot of swelling. Okay, go sit down over there.
It's a lot of what? Oh, swelling? Okay. I heard spelling, and I was like, of what?
Spelling of fates too, but we'll get to that later. Okay, Amron, could you grab me that tool up there, please? I need it. And Amron looks a little horrified because she pointed at some sort of like multi-tool of torture, and says, "That? Yes. I only need one piece."
I just do a little like glance at Amron, and I'm like, she gonna
Amron looks confused and shrugs and says, "Okay," and she takes it gently and hands it over.
I did want to clarify, I want to keep the arm. So if the only way of like making it stopping hurting is severing it from my body, that's not what I want.
The doctor just waves her hand at you and puts away most of the implements and pulls out a glorified spoon.
Oh.
And pulls down a jar from a shelf and spoons some things out into a bandage of some kind, and then sets it aside and walks over and unceremoniously lifts the sling and presses it to your shoulder.
Ah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know that probably hurts.
It's fine.
Give this a few minutes. Stay here. By the way, she runs back, grabs a scanner, and runs back to you. Do you mind if I scan you just to be fully aware of your xenology, your biology?
Go ahead.
Excellent.
I'm your garden variety human, quite literally. So have fun.
Okay. She starts scanning and says, okay, well, this is unlikely to cause any side effects. If you notice any intrusive thoughts beyond normal, any concerning inclinations towards members of your crew for whom you might have feelings potentially, I don't know. If you also end up encountering...
What have you done to me, Grant?
Grant,
what have you done to me, Grant?
Any kind of visions of the past, that's another thing to worry about. This stuff is highly infused with psionic energy. Just be aware.
AstraZeneca might not be for everyone.
I just wanted my arm to be better.
It feels better.
I'm so glad. What else do I feel at the moment? Oh, God. Oh, from the
Nothing
garden
at the
city
moment.
human. That's funny.
Yes. Nothing at the moment.
Christ. What did you put on my fucking arm? Okay, well,
And,
I'm glad that the
after a few
DM
moments-
enjoys fucking with me as much as possible. I just wanted to go to the doctor.
When she's done scanning you, Amron walks over and whispers, "Most of that is complete lies. I promise she didn't do anything weird."
Okay.
Although, based on your reaction, are you seeing things?
Roll to see things, Grant? Oh, you mean in life or like at this very moment?
Just in life. Anyway.
I mean, I see you. Is that a problem?
Yeah, right? See, like right now, no, I mean, you're real and the doctor seems interesting but real. So I think we're good.
Okay. I mean, I've heard this stuff does have hallucinogenic effects, but usually only if you eat it. I don't know what it does to you guys. Okay. So, careful.
Will do. So glad I this is the doctor still in the room?
She seems to have gone back to something else.
Okay. What's your name?
Imwe.
Imwe.
Or Iwe. Sorry,
Iwe,
I
okay.
get my name. It's
you're fine.
whatever.
Iwe. Okay.
No, that was actually her. That wasn't me.
Oh. Oh, Iwe. Okay. Oh, okay. How long does this? What is it? It just my arm is just feeling better. Is it like? Is this like just numbing my arm or something, or like can I actually use it?
It's probably going to speed up the healing process for you. Leave it on until you clean yourself. It's fine. She says, not looking up from the notes she's making.
Can I get some more? No? Okay. All right. I'm gonna go now.
Amryn just nods and helps you up and just says, do you like caffeinated sort of stimulant things?
Absolutely. Coffee?
Follow me.
Excellent.
And she takes you to just a cute little tracking cafe sort of thing
Amazing!
that the locals seem to be frequenting, and asks you what you want.
Oh, I don't, and I like check with my one arm, I check my pockets. I don't, Leaf carries all the cash. I'm not allowed to.
Amryn smiles and shakes her head and says, they'll just give it to you. It's fine. You are our guests.
This place is very, y'all are on the border of too nice, I would say, but okay.
There's plenty to share.
Bring me a coffee back. And the echoes of the.
I have a funny feeling that Ari would also really enjoy a coffee. Leaf is the ATM.
Yeah.
All right. So Amryn gets you something that's a little herbal with some kind of fruitiness to it, and it definitely has
How many psychoactives can we mix?
Honestly, let's just
stimulants, hallucinogens.
get the cocktail going.
It's fine.
I'm not getting crossfaded this time. Anyway, so yeah, it's delightful.
As long as you don't mix your uppers and downers.
And she sits down with you, and sensing that you don't want to talk about recent events, just starts chatting with Kai. Finally, back to Leaf. Leaf, you have finally made your way to the... Well, not finally. All of this has more or less happened in sync. You make your way to the market. It's not difficult to see that Kai is hanging out with Amryn at the moment. They seem to be having a lovely chat. You also notice there are a few shops, and one does seem to have stuff that looks like Sci-Tech.
I'm head over there.
Okay. You walk in, and
Exactly. Mama knows what's up. They just cancel each other out.
you walk in, and there's someone kind of bent over a table with these crazy looking goggles on that seem to magnify their eyes by 1,000 times. And they seem to be tinkering with what looks like one of those Sci-Tech spears. And they don't seem to notice you when you walk in.
I'm just gonna walk up and lean over their shoulder and just like, ooh, what's that?
Scare the shit out of them. Oh my god, the dog in the corner.
He made a mysterious sound and then just like came in the door and was just standing. Sorry.
Sorry,
I'm so
nothing.
sorry.
nothing
That was so good. Are you kidding?
Oh my god.
He looked haunted.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly that.
Sorry.
He does look a little.
What is that made out of?
You hear a sigh, and then, if your intention was to make me jump, it was not going to work, young one.
Homie.
Take a seat. I sense you have questions.
I would like to clarify for the record that was not Leaf's intention. He just did not consider that the person might be trying to focus on something. he just walked in and was like, "Ooh, that's cool," and it just didn't occur to him to announce his presence. I take a seat.
They continue working. So tell me, what questions do you have about my trade and the technology I have? Obviously, you have them. To answer your first, this is an alloy once found on our homeworld. The recipe long lost.
He's so good. Sorry. The dog is so good. Is Wonder with us?
Wonders with Leaf. Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering. Just wondering.
I keep Wonder with me most of the time.
I figured.
Interesting. Does it resist analysis? Or is it just...
It does not, but there are materials that you can only find on the homeworld that are, shall we say, difficult to replicate.
Interesting.
I don't know why this voice makes me laugh.
I'm
Oh,
loving
he's
this
so
guy.
I know he's
We need to
great.
make him talk forever.
This is the new Gorm. Okay.
So... it's difficult to replicate. Why is that exactly?
Well,
Grant, you did not think this through.
do you know how to get an extinct species of snail to continue procreating long after their extinction?
You want dead snails to fuck? Is that what we're talking about?
Is that a trick question? 'Cause yes.
It is
Unless...
a trick question because they are all extinct.
It's the strangest riddle. You're not wrong.
And that's where we'll end tonight. No,
Never.
We absolutely could.
No, I want to hear more of this guy's voice.
Yeah, I need
Snail riddle for
more
I need
content,
more.
please.
Tell me more about this snail.
What was its species name?
We send on a good cliffhanger.
Oh dear God.
Can we take him back to the ship? We should kidnap him.
We found another pack.
Also,
He could be
also,
friends
we've
with us.
looks at the spear. How big was this snail?
It's... Oh God. It was a part of the manufacturing process. It was not the sole component.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Aw.
So, if you can't get more of the raw material to work with, how do you repair them?
The subcomponents are a little easier to replace. The haft itself is the hard part.
As in difficult, or as in actually it's, hard?
Still not looking up from the delicate work that he is doing. Paladin Edmund just pushes the actual casing for the sphere to you.
I guess I'll feel it first. And I'm gonna inspect it.
Okay. It is surprisingly cold for the ambient temperature.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's
And-
familiar.
You inspect it. It also has a strange heft to it. Not quite the level of, say, if it was made of lead, gold, or tungsten, but it's substantial for something that
Okay.
is as hollow and seemingly thin as it is.
Screw it. I'm gonna try probing it psionically.
Okay. The moment you do, the paladin actually looks up from their work. Their goggles flip up to show some paling dragon eyes, those compound eyes, and he just looks at you with a seeming Traken death glare and says, "Do not
I stop
use your
immediately.
powers while I have this open."
Oh.
Thank
Yeah, no, that
you.
makes sense.
Imagine this guy and Thaddeus together.
And this is how we blew up the Traken Enclave.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my god. And on that note, I think that's where we'll end it. An actual sort of beach episode.
Yeah, a beach episode. Oh my god. Amazing. Well,
Nothing bad happened this time.
This guy's gonna be a recurring character.
oh,
Yes,
we are
he
gonna
has
visit
to
him
be.
forever.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to this planet after we leave just to say hi to him.
Or we could kidnap him.
We could
He
just
be
call
part
him.
of the crew.
You have to get his phone number. Leave us
Yeah.
his phone number.
Yeah, we'll make physical contact, and then I can reach him from anywhere in the universe
Incredible.
or any other universe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Oh, God.
perfect. I love it. Well, thank you guys all for joining us for D&D in Space tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this little beach episode, a little less chaotic than normal. I mean, honestly, it was still very chaotic, just in a more controlled way. As far as the rest of the week goes, on Thursday, Aiden and I will be here to talk about astronomy stuff. Next week, on Monday, I will be here to play... I'm doing Frog Detective, right? Yeah, because we determined it's less than 2 hours. So I'm going to play Frog Detective #1 on Monday, and then we'll be back here on Tuesday for more D&D in Space. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you to my lovely party mates, the best people in the world to play D&D with, Kyle, Mac, and Amanda. And thank you to our lovely Game Master Grant for weaving such an incredible story and doing just the best, the most crisp voices. Excellent. I need to read the last message on my phone and make the announcement. What's the announcement? The van may be traded in tomorrow for a pilot. She wanted to let us know before she told everyone
That
at
poor
the end.
van.
Oh my god. She's on her way out, everybody. Say goodbye. The van for a human pilot. It's me. Everybody say goodbye to the shenanigans of the van.
No.
The
End
bananigans.
of the legend.
Shenanigan.
Of the pilot.
Yeah, new pilot shenanigans, new lore.
Yeah,
will be
new
made.
lore.
Uh,
Well, thank you for letting us know, Mama. Also, happy birthday to my brother Kevin as well, if he's still around. Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. I love it.
Excellent. Yeah, but I think that's about it. Please follow if you're new here. Subscribe if you feel so inclined. Shout out again to Bill Nash for resubscribing. Thank you so much for 2 whole years. That's crazy. Thank you for supporting us for so long. And end of an era. For me, the era was less than 24 hours. Did you miss all the other band stuff? Oh, it hurts to see it go nonetheless. It's okay.
We need to do a compilation.
I think it's like
of the
14
band.
years
We
old, I think.
absolutely do.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I guess is that it? Do I have other announcements? Oh, go listen to the podcast actually. Cryptid Cape podcast. The final episode ever is coming out on Friday. So you can listen to the whole thing, and it's the first big project that I've ever finished in my life. So go enjoy it. Yeah, last episode
Do it.
ever. So
Do it.
go check it out.
So you can binge the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
5 whole seasons. And listen to the Waves in the Van. Yes, that's on Discord. That sounds like a band. The Waves in the Van. All
It should
right.
be.
We will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.